Hello, hello. How you guys doing? Can you guys hear me? If you can hear me, please confirm that you can hear me. Put a 1 in the chat. What's going on, guys? It's your boy David. Hold on, let me plug my laptop in. All right. What's up, fam? How you guys doing today? Y'all doing good? I'm feeling juicy today. If you're new here, my name is David. I am one half of Sin City Crypto's host crew, and I'm coming at you live from my house here. This is our Monday evening stream where we talk about more fundamental, more technical stuff. Robin says is boring, so you get it with me. You get the rant and ramble with Robin on Sundays, and you get the fundamental, the TA, the nitty gritty here on Monday nights with your favorite co-host David. So do me a favor, guys, before we get into the content, hit the like button, like this video, and all the other fun stuff. All right, I got a lot of cool things on the docket for you guys today. So we're gonna get into we're gonna look at the crypto with the market cap, where prices are. We're gonna take a look at some on-chain metrics. We're gonna take a look at miner hash rate revenue per exahash. We're gonna take a look at Bitcoin supply cost basis, old and young, and how that relates to market tops and bottoms. We're going to talk about so cool chart I found on Glassnode. This is inspired by Will Clemente. We're going to talk about that. We're going to look at Grayscale. We're going to take a look at some Bitcoin chart. We're also going to take a look at some airdrops, some potential airdrops, and then Vela exchange. I know there was a few of you in our chat last week that brought up Vela. It came on my radar, well, through you guys, and also via the airdrops, and did a little digging. We're going to take a look at that one. Arbitrum, and then also Redman. So big shout out to Redman. Just upgraded to a whale member. Thank you, my friend. You will get your well-deserved recognition during tomorrow's live show. So make sure you're tuning in. But token unlocks. So he posted something in Discord, and I'm like, you know what? That's pretty cool. So I found a website. We're gonna take a look at tokens unlocking, and Hedera. It's got a decent amount of tokens unlocking. What is that going to mean for price? And we'll get in some TA. And finally, we'll do some Q and A. But first, let's take a peek. So we're going to start doing this on every Monday during the morning and the night show. So I think it's important to understand what is going on, right? Can we expect volatility? And if we are, why? What's going on? It's not just the US, guys. The global markets are more in sync than you or I think it is. So we take a look at China, Europe, Japan, England, and of course the US. And so this is from tradingview.com. You can use it yourself. You don't need an account. You just go to TradingView, products, and on the bottom there's economic calendar. You click on that and bam, here you go. So talked about this. So we got some numbers coming out from China. This is today and today for us, tomorrow for us, today for them. You got their manufacturing and their two manufacturing PMIs. And then we have the US PMI coming out. If you're not familiar with that is a report on business. It's based on data compiled from purchasing and supply executives nationwide. And then in Japan, you got the consumer confidence index is coming out. That is coming out again on March 1st. So in 2 days. EU, so these are going to be important. Unemployment rate in EU, that's coming out on March 2nd. And then the employment rate year over year, that is coming out on March 2nd as well. And then March 3rd, you have the non-manufacturing PMI here in the US, balance of trade in China on March 6th. And then rounding out the week, we have the jolts. This is going to be important for the US right here, March 8th. Right here, should see some markets reacted to this pretty sternly last time. This is the job openings and labor turnover survey. So this kind of gives a pulse on where the jobs market is. And if we know anything about the Fed, the one thing that's given them confidence to continue to hike and not stop is the jobs market. The jobs market being too tight, meaning there's still people with jobs. And so what they want to see is they want to see people start losing some jobs or potentially some positions be completely shut off. Which kind of got me thinking, we talk about this AI narrative all the time and, robots are going to take our jobs. Yeah, they are going to take some of our jobs, but I think it's going to be kind of necessary, guys. And it honestly might not be a bad thing. I mean, think about it. Think about last time we spoke about jobs with Caleb Franzen. This was at the beginning of this month. We talked about 5 million, right? 5 million jobs. The jobs are off by 5 million when it comes to supply and demand on jobs. So think about what that means for the markets, okay? Think about what that means for prices, what that means for inflation, okay? If you're a company and you are running a company and you need quality workers, right? Those quality workers, a lot of them have retired. A lot of them with experience have retired, or people are shifting job positions, job vacancies, whatever you want to call it. And so you need a specific type of employee, right? And your standards are up here, which they should be, right? If you're running a multi-million-dollar business, they should be. And now you have less of a pool to choose from, or the people you need are already employed. And so what do you need to do to attract top talent? You need to raise benefits. You need to raise wages. What happens when you raise wages, right? You think the company is just going to take that L on their balance sheet? Hell no. Hell no, they're not going to take that L. Guess what? They're going to pass that expense down onto the consumer. They're going to make their products more expensive, their services more expensive. So that drives inflation up. So I think what AI can do is it can take off the hands of people the jobs that people don't really want to do for $15 an hour. Working at McDonald's, working, I hate to say it, customer service, whatever the case may be. If robots can take that part of the job away, and those people that would have gone into $15 an hour paying jobs now can get vocational training, right? And of course, systems are going to have to be put in place, vocational training, and these people can just go right into, right out of college, right out of high school, get into some sort of, internship or vocational training or something where they get to where they want to get to faster, because robots can't do everything, right? We're never going to trust robots to fly planes. You need humans to do that. You're never going to get robots to, edit videos. You're never going to get robots to do things that humans need to do. So if they can fill that gap, that part of that 5 million worker gap, right? And in my opinion, it's only going to get wider. It's only going to get wider, guys, because once inflation comes down, and let's say the markets rally, the housing market's back up, stock market's back up, crypto market's back up. People, let's say, come into wealth. We talked about this on the show last week. Trillions. I think the number was close to $60 trillion is being ready to be transferred from one generation to the next, from the baby boomers to whatever the generation's called before the baby boomers, but right after the millennials. I think it's Gen X or something. So that wealth is going to get transferred down. And what happens when that wealth gets transferred down? $60 trillion? Maybe it's enough for someone to retire. Maybe it's enough for someone to step away from the workforce and get into creating their own business or opening their own business. So I think it's only going to get worse as time goes by. On top of that, people aren't having as many kids as they used to. So there's going to come a point, there's not going to be enough workers to sustain an economy, right? Instead of having a McDonald's or a fast food restaurant every 4th block, it'll be every 15th block, every 20th block. You'll have to drive farther for things that you would drive up the street for. So that is kind of where we're headed. And so I think with the robots, if they can come in here and replace some of these low-level tier jobs that people don't want to do anyways, right? And we can get people vocational training, I think it'll be a good thing. Let me know what you guys think about that. Because I think it's intriguing, that narrative is not going away. Yes, robots are going to take some of our jobs, but it might not be necessarily a bad thing. I'm just taking a peek at the chat here. Matt Fergie said fast food restaurants will be quicker and more efficient. Yeah, I agree. Timmy said our new union contract comes beginning of June, so we got to negotiate for raises and got to give them reasons why they should pay it if they don't strike or compromise. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm saying. Like right now, the worker, right? Not the company, the worker has the leverage, right? I can say, hey, dude, I want a 20% raise. And if you don't give it to me, this next company, they're going to give it to me. And then what do you do? What do you do for your company? What do you do if this is one of the key employees in your company? You're going to have to bite the bullet and pay him that 20% raise. And what's that going to do? Again, trickles down till finally hits the pocket of the consumer, which is me, which is you, which is your mom, your dad, your uncle, everyone watching. So that's kind of where we're headed. So it's important. It's important. All right. Dave loves robots that take peeps' jobs. Okay, Robin. Am I wrong, though? Guys, am I wrong for saying what I said? Right? If you think the gap is going to get bigger, right? We're at 5 million. If you think that gap is going to widen, right? Just think about it logically. People aren't having kids. More people are going to die. The largest generation ever, they are starting to get really old. So they're going to die. And all that money is going to get transferred to the next generation and then the next one, right? Gen X. I think Will said my son Gen X 1970. Okay, so Gen X and then the millennials, which is my group, right? If you're a millennial, put a 1 in the chat. I feel like millennials got a bad rap, and now we're kind of getting our stuff back together. It is what it is, man. But like I said, if we have vocational training, we get things in place, we get people to actually know what they want to go. If they want to go to college, when I went to college, and I know I feel like Robin over here, I'm a little rambling, but just some life experience. When I went to college, my first year, I had no idea what the hell. I thought I wanted to do business, but what part of business? Nothing. Accounting, finance, management, entrepreneurship. I was like, oh, entrepreneurship. I'm sitting in class and I'm thinking, I got a salary employee teaching me how to be an entrepreneur. So then I'm like, all right, I got to pivot. And so that's what a lot of people do. A lot of people go into college. They think, oh, I have to go to college. I have to go get to college. Yeah, I don't know what I want to do. So I think if that thing, those things need to get better, right? We need better vocational training. We need to help people understand and the time to experiment is in high school, right? That's why I think high schools need vocational training. I know the high school I went to, that my very first year, they had a mechanic shop that if you could take a mechanic course. You can also take a home cooking course, if you want to be a chef or get in the culinary world. So yeah. Brokyoshi, and I'll get into the charts here in a second, guys. Brokyoshi said, when I lived in Japan, man, I want to visit Japan so bad. Some places you order food out of vending machine, get a ticket, give the ticket to the cook, and they make it for you. Japan, the most efficient place I've lived. It's coming, man. It's coming to the U.S., whether you like it or not. So, all right. Let's hop into some crypto. All right. CoinGecko coming in. 12,310 coins, which is funny because CoinMarketCap shows like 22,000. So I'm assuming CoinGecko gets rid of all the zombie chains, right? The ones that aren't doing anything. 667 exchanges, $1.12 trillion in market cap. Bitcoin dominance at 40.3. ETH, 17.5. Volume, decent. Close to $60 billion. When we saw these wild swings, it got as high as $200 billion. But of course, that was when everyone was selling everything off because of our friend Sam Bankman-Fried. All right, Bitcoin 23.4. We talked about this on the show today. Robin asked me, do you think we're going to kind of trade sideways? I kind of do. I do think we're going to trade sideways. And I'll just kind of hop into the Bitcoin chart here too. So I didn't change anything from today's live show. So if you watch the live show, you know exactly what I'm going to show. And so this trend line that I drew, this was back in, this is on the 4 hour, by the way, on Bitcoin. Trend line I drew from January 18th of this year to now has been a pretty good trend line to be support and resistance. And you can kind of see we're making higher lows, not necessarily higher highs, but higher lows. And we're hitting right on this trend line. And so if you just follow the trend, right? If you got in here when price dipped here, let's call it 23,000 flat, and you rode this sucker up to 23.4, if you're trading on leverage, you could have made a decent amount of money. Same thing here. It wicked down to 23.1, got all the way up to 23.5. I know it's $400, but if you're trading on leverage, which by the way, if you are a leverage trader, and you want to, so the account I haven't really leverage traded a lot. Just got into recently about a month ago. I use BitGet. I like BitGet because it's simple. The interface is simple. They have proof of reserves. But of course, I never keep anything on there more than what I'm comfortable if anything happened. And so if I make profits, I pull them off immediately, send it to my Trust wallet or my Trust wallet. And then if I need more money to trade it, just send it over. It takes 5 minutes. So I'm good. But we did just get an affiliate link. So if you want to trade leverage, which of course, definitely recommend, Don't go crazy, right? Know what you're doing before you do, but if you end up doing it, you want to support the channel, use the link in the description. So I can see it's like Bitcoin, right? Bam. And if we throw the Bollinger Bands on here, I remember this morning, so these are starting to come apart again. So these are coming tight, closer together, starting to come apart, and it looks like the trend is up. So the trend is up, which is good on the Ichimoku. We could see this gap here. You guys see this gap on the Ichimoku? If we end up rallying right here, which would be right around 4 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, 7 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, if we do rally, there's a little pocket right here where we can go all the way up to before we meet any resistance, and that is at $24,200. So we could technically see a $1,000 move for Bitcoin if it does move to the upside without any resistance. If not, we do get, you see this cloud right here? It's sitting right on this trend line. And so, you know, if you know me and my TA, I like using the cloud. It's clean, it's simple. It gives you an idea of where the trend is. Clean support and resistance zone. You can see it continuously here. We went in, we briefly broke into the cloud, shot right back down, wicked into the cloud again, came back down. And now, so I do expect us to trade across this trend line, but it is an uptrending trend line again. And so we are going to see higher lows. So when is it going to break out? Who knows? All right, let's get back to the coin market cap here. ETH 1631. Guys, if you haven't watched our ETH Shanghai upgrade video, do yourself a favor and watch that. That's a good video. It's my favorite video we've done. Talk about how much ETH is becoming unstaked, the different types of unlocks, partial unlocks, full unlocks. All the different EIPs, what they mean, what that means for ETH's network. And it's an all-inclusive, everything you need to know about Shanghai. So if you got friends or family or someone, or you want to learn or understand, or you want to try the time volatility or you know, trade around the time Shanghai, it's technically less than a month away if they stay on schedule. So it's right around the corner. And so make sure you understand what's happening, what's changing before you make any investment decisions. And I'd recommend you start by watching our Shanghai video. BNB, $303, XRP, 37 cents. Cardano, 36 cents. If you guys are, so I know a lot of our community members, they're Cardano fans. Are you guys kind of, and I'm going to take a look at the chat as I'm asking, are you guys kind of like, you know, getting, I don't want to say tired, but getting a little antsy with Cardano, right? We're seeing pumps in Polygon. We're seeing pumps in, you know, Optimism. We're seeing pumps in, you know, Solana pumped from $18 to $25. We're seeing pumps in a lot of L1s, a lot of L2s. And Cardano has Jet, and 27 million additional ADA was staked. So, you know, the TVL on DeFi is going up, and it just can't get over 40 cents. And so, yeah, Redman, I agree. I also love Cardano, and I understood that when I invested in Cardano, this is not a, hey, in a year or year and a half, I'm going to 10x my money and get out. It is a long-term play. Guys, Charles does not give two shits about your bag, my bag. I don't even think he gives two shits about his bag. They have no one to answer to, no VCs, no private investors, no private funding, no seed rounds, no ICO or people they owe money to, right? No big tokens coming unlocked, and we have to worry about VCs dumping on us. So he doesn't care. What he cares about is building a solid project in our space that has longevity, scalability, security, and is as decentralized as it could possibly get. And that takes time, right? And I didn't get a chance to speak about this on our show today, but you have two ways to go, right? And this is kind of anything in life, right? You either run with your hands behind your back and you keep running and whatever obstacles you come across, you just pick up the pieces as you go, or you sit back, you thoughtfully, like almost maniacally plan everything out. All right, if this happens, what can happen if this happens? And if that does happen, then what trickle down effects could that have? Or if the network gets bogged down, or if there's a DDoS attack, or if there's a hack on one of our bridges, or if Jed if Jed, what's the word I'm looking for? Depegs. What kind of trickle effect could that have? And you sit there and you think and you plot and you plan like a freaking maniacal person, and then you launch. So you have those two, right? And so some people say, well, if you take too long, you're never going to get to market. Other companies are going to come in. Maybe they have more experience than you. Maybe they have a bigger team than you, and they can solve these issues faster, right? Because at the end of the day, even Charles isn't going to know every single small thing that can go wrong and what effect it can have on the network, right? Some of the stuff, you just, you throw it at the wall. If it falls down, you pick it up, see what's wrong with it, throw it back at the wall. And so it is what it is, man. It's a slow moving project. It's methodical. It takes time. So if you don't have I want to say a 3 to 10 year time horizon on Cardano, you should probably exit it, to be honest with you, because you're just going to keep getting frustrated and frustrated and frustrated and frustrated until eventually you'll probably sell at the bottom, and then next thing you know, Cardano rallies. Web3 me said, I respect the slow development, but yes, never to market. They're late, and that's not a good investment. The slow turtle won't win this race. So it's intriguing to get different perspectives, right? And, this is what I love about our community. We're so diverse in our thought that, I may pull something from someone like Jay Crypto Minded. He might pull something from someone like Destroyer. Either way, we work as a community. We work together. And I want to bring this up, man. What is going on here? Right here, OKB, number 8. And we posted this. I posted this on Twitter. So it shows here a $12.68 billion valuation. That is fully diluted. Okay. No, fully diluted is 15 billion. So something's off here. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. So CoinMarketCap, and this is me just haven't done this yet. Just me trying to, do things on the go so you guys can see. Okay, so CoinMarketCap, so same fully diluted, right? 15.5 billion. But here, their market cap shows 3 billion, and here it shows 12 billion. So what's off? All right, circulating supply, 246 million. Circulating supply, 60 million. So that's where it's off. That is where it's off. On CoinMarketCap, it only shows 60 million circulating supply. And on CoinGecko, it shows 246 million circulating supply. So that is where it is off. But still, fully diluted market cap is the same, $15.5 billion. If you take a look at something like Polygon Matic, okay? Polygon Matic, the largest layer 1 for crypto, right? Sorry, largest layer 2. You can argue in the entire space, obviously definitely for Ethereum, only a $12 billion fully diluted market cap. So why is an exchange token that has zero utility, nothing, the same song and dance, save on trading fees, get to vote on this and that. Guys, that's not I'm sorry, that is not a real utility, okay? So I would be extremely careful about any exchanges, right? Any exchanges that have their own token. Even BNB, guys, especially here in the US, because you just don't know what Gary and company are going to do next. We got big news tomorrow. They're coming after Robinhood. We're going to talk about that tomorrow. I'm not going to talk about that today. But, I mean, guys, I would not trust OKB. OKB, I believe we had a meeting with OKB right after FTX happened. They wanted us to, not really sponsor, but they wanted to be part of our, circle of companies that we market. And we said no. We said we're not going to take any exchange partnerships at least for 3 months, right after FTX happened. And to be honest with you guys, now, I'd be hard pressed to be comfortable saying, hey, yeah, OKB, use OKB. No. I would not use OKB. I'd be extremely careful because what happened with FTX. They took the valuation of their own damn token that they have complete and full central control over. use that to pump up the valuation, take that valuation paper, show it to the VCs, show it to the hedge funds, and say, hey, look, our company's worth $50 billion. Can we borrow 10? And now they use fake money to borrow real money. It creates margin in the space. It's not good. So yeah. So you don't like LCX. LCX. Why does that sound so familiar? What's up, Logan? Let me tell you if I like LCX or not. I don't know what LCX is Excel is not library credits. LCB. LCX. What is LCX? What is LCX? LCX.com. Let me guess, this is an exchange. The future will be tokenized. Trading venue offering a range of digital currencies. I have not looked into LCX, so I am not going to comment on it. But if it's a centralized exchange and have their own token, just right off the bat, no. Ajax is pumping. Yeah, we'll probably take a look at that. Take a look at Ajax. But guys, just be careful, man. Just be careful, right? People forget. FTX was only 3 months ago. So there's still stuff that's going to play out, guys. I want you to understand that. It's not over. The FTX dominoes are not over. There's still, DCG still in the air. Grayscale still in the air. We're going to take a look at Grayscale and what they've been dumping here as well. But moving on, rounding out the top 10, we have Doge and Polygon. Now, Polygon has dipped. And I believe and we'll take a look at Polygon chart real quick. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, $1.22 is a great entry for Polygon. Yeah. So take a look at this, guys. So this is Polygon on the 4-hour. And this trend line was obviously a downtrend line. And it was acting as a resistance there once, twice, 3, 4, 5. Finally broke above. And it looks like, guys, and I'm going to extend this out. Right there. It looks like we are making support on top of it, right? And we've done it once here, and now we're doing it again. So $1.22 on Polygon. And of course, guys, not financial advice. Might not be a bad entry point for a quick swing trade. RSI is pretty low, sitting at 33. If I hide this and we take a look at what the Ichimoku is telling us. All right, so this one isn't really telling us what to expect from the downside. But if I were to enter a long in Polygon, I would place my stop loss. Tell you guys where exactly I'd place my stop loss. Right here, I'd place my stop loss at $1.16, right? If it does trickle all the way down, we do have support built here on February 13th. This was resistance back in January 27th. This was pretty much resistance. We broke above, couldn't make support on top of, and came back down and then blew up above this. So $1.16 is where, if I were to enter a Matic long right now, which I would feel comfortable doing, I would set my stop loss right at about $1.16. Let's just call it $1.16.5. So 1.165. That's what I would do. But of course, it's your money. You do as you please. If I get rid of this and we do a fib trend or extension, we take a look at what is going on here. So let's take this move from here down to the lowest point. Where I would look to take profit on Polygon would be right in, let's see where we're seeing some confluence here. So this immediately, right, this 38 level, this 386 level, which is at $1.28. So this will be a short-term scalp, right? $1.22, $1.28. That's 6 cents per token. If you're trading on 10x leverage, depending on how much money you put in, how much margin you got, that's not a bad trade. That's not bad. Nice little trade setup. And then what I also want to do is I want to hide this, and I want to take my long margin pressure levels. And let's see. Yeah. So $1.25 is where our 20x long margin pressure level comes in. And then you can kind of see how confluent these are, guys. And by the way, this is from Sistine Research from our friend Forrest. Look at this 9x level. Lines up beautifully with the support and resistance area here, which is at $1.34. So we do have a few resistance zones to reach to, and another one here is $1.39. Before we can break, before we can even think about getting up to $1.56. Now, ask yourself this question: how much of this dip was market conditions versus how much of this dip was people freaking out or panicking about the reorg that happened on Polygon? To be fair, we always talk about when Solana goes down, we're always like, hey, this is not okay. Two big reorgs that, I'm not saying I'm dropping all my Polygon bags, but it's a little concerning, especially after they forked to get rid of these reorg issues. But I believe in Polygon. I believe in the team. I think everything's going to be okay. Plus, guys, they're a layer 2. They're not a layer 1. So they do also have a layer 1, but their layer 2 is fine, right? Which is where a majority of the transactions happen. And so not as worrying as something like an entire layer 1 going offline for almost 20 hours. So, all right, let's see what the chat's saying. Jerry said the interview on Banter with Sandeep from Polygon left a bad taste in my mouth. I did not see that. I have not seen that, but I will. Gary or Jerry, I will go watch that interview as soon as I'm done with the stream today. Sauce Boss 95, Pizza Hut or Domino's? Pizza Hut. I'm going Pizza Hut. What do you guys think? You a Pizza Hut or Domino's fan? Let me know. All right. So while I'm on TA, I forget who was. Someone said take a look at Ajax, SingularityNET. We're going to take a look at crypto, Ajax. We're going to go Tether US on Binance. Bam, bam. Thank you, ma'am. Yes, this thing is absolutely pumping. This thing is pumping. Let's go down to the 1 hour on Ajax. So on the 1 hour, and I don't know why this data is like this. Let's take a look at where else I had. I had another Ajax on here. All right. Nope. All right, let's do this. Let's get rid of this. Let's add it again. Let's go Ajax. Let's go Bybit. Let's go Bybit. All right, bam. There we go. All right. So on the 1 hour, this thing is just ripping. This thing is straight ripping. If I throw on our little Ichimoku things, yeah, this thing. But here's the thing with Ajax, it's kind of in price discovery, right? Right? I mean, we go to the 4 hour. And why is this data like this? February 9th. Am I missing something here? Yeah, this is a massive candle. Same thing. Okay, there's no point in doing that. Let's go down to the 30 minute, see if we can see a trend reversal happening or somewhere. Let's go down to the 15 minute. All right, so bam, let's take our, and I haven't looked at this Ajax chart, guys, so I'm just taking a look here. Let's put on our short levels. Let's go here. All right. So where can we see some pullback on Ajax if it does? So this is on the 15-minute chart, guys. So not a lot of data on these charts to really go off of, but honestly, like the one place I'm seeing is this 7x short level, which is right at 46 cents. So that would be a drawdown of approximately, if we take it from here, 46 cents, the 7x short level, about 12.5%. But we are printing what looks like, and we have about 10 minutes left. We are printing what looks like a doji. It'll either be a doji or a spinning top, or if this thing blows up, that's not going to matter. But if we throw on our, yeah, you can see this thing is still in a strong uptrend. Tons of volume. RSI is super oversold, coming in at 92 on the RSI. So guys, my saying is, and always has been, and always will be, never try to jump on a train that's going 100 miles an hour. I don't care if you think it's going to $500. It's just not sound investment advice. It's just not sound investment tactics. There's no point. If you're that compelled and you think, oh my God, I'm going to miss it, just wait. You'll just wait. You might get a little bit of a higher entry, but you're not going to make a sloppy move. You're not going to, try to trade on leverage to catch another $10 or, 20% to the upside and get absolutely destroyed and get liquidated out of everything in your account. So always wait. There's always stops, right? A train cannot go 100 miles an hour forever. It has to stop. It has to refuel. It has to pick up passengers. There will be stops. There will be multiple stops. So just wait. If you really like the project still, then get in on when it stops there. Never get on a train that's going 100 miles an hour. All right. Let's take a look at some Bitcoin metrics, and I'm going to drop my beautiful face here. So this is from Glassnode. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee real quick. Man, I drink like 3 cups. How many cups of coffee do you guys drink a day? Let me know. How many cups of coffee? I drink 3 cups of coffee a day. I drink 1 in the morning, 1 around 2, and then 1 around 7. That's my thing. And I can still go to sleep. Actually, I can't go to sleep early. I don't think that's coffee, though. I think that's just me being ADD and hyperactive. All right. Glassnode.com, Bitcoin miner hash price, revenue per exahash. This is in US dollars. And why is this important, right? Take a look here. We take a look at cycle tops, right? This is the top back in 2013. And you can see here, the miner revenue per exahash was $757 million, right? And of course, hash rate was low. And I'll just throw the hash rate on just to see. And you know what? Let me change the color on this hash rate. We'll go orange on the hash rate. Bam. All right. So, of course, back in 2013, hash rate was extremely low. You're looking at 15.9 million hashes per second, okay? That's pretty low. But if we take a look at, if we zoom in here and we kind of take a look at, all right, when was the next one, okay? When was the next? Let's go to 2017, right? The $19,000 top revenue per exahash was $3.5 million. And the Bitcoin hash rate was then just starting to climb. It was at 14 billion hashes per, no. So I believe that's 14 exahashes. I could be wrong. 14 exahashes per second. And now, and take a look at it right here, 69K, right? 69K, this was in October of 2021. This was our top. Bitcoin hash rate was 170 exahashes, and the miner revenue per exahash was $367,000. If we zoom in, this thing has been ticking up, guys, ever since November of last year, and we saw a massive move. This is this right here is the ordinals pump. You see the blue line on the bottom? So it went from when Bitcoin's price was at 16.5, it went from $58,000 of miner revenue in US dollars per exahash up to $76,000, and Bitcoin moved $4,000, right? And so why am I showing this? We're going to cover this tomorrow as well. But Bored Ape, Yuga Labs just launched an NFT project, an NFT collection on ordinals, on Bitcoin Layer 1. And in the next video that we got coming out, our next deep dive video, we talk about a coin that is, if this trend continues, right? If people see success and people are flocking to these Bitcoin utilities outside of just store of value, outside of just moving money cross-border, then we're going to see miners start making a crap load of more money. What you guys are going to understand is this, right? Every block size is 4 megabytes. And it takes 10 minutes, right, to mine a block. If by those 10 minutes, when that block is mined, no matter if it's filled to the brim at 4 megabytes or only at 1 megabyte, that block gets mined. And whatever is in that block, the transaction fees, the mining fees, and of course the block reward, that goes to the miners. Now imagine you add stuff like ordinals, NFTs, maybe you add something like DeFi on the Bitcoin Layer 1. And now every single block is filled to the brim at 4 megabytes. And instead of miners making $60,000 per exahash, they're making $150,000 per exahash, $200,000 per exahash. And that number is only going to go up as Bitcoin transaction fees go up because the network obviously becomes busier, costs more money. And also when the halving comes, which is almost exactly 1 year from now, 1 year from now, 1 year and a few days. So you want to keep Bitcoin strong. You want to keep the network secure. You want to keep the network decentralized. You want miners to make a lot of money. You want bear markets to not last long. You want miners to make more money. You want less severe bear markets. You want miners to make money, right? Imagine even during bear markets, right? When Bitcoin's price is down, but people are still using Bitcoin layer 1 for DeFi. They're still using Bitcoin layer 1 for NFTs. And so, yes, their block reward, or the block rewards they get, the amount of money is less because Bitcoin is worth less, but they're getting a crap load more transaction fees. What do you guys think? You guys agree with me or you disagree with me? Y'all better agree with me. Y'all better agree with me. Let's see what, I'm going to take a peek at the chat here before I move on. By the way, guys, please stay active in the chat. Throw some questions out there, comments. I'm going to continuously check the chat. I will do some Q&A at the end. And so, where does a Bitcoin actually come from? A Bitcoin is mined, Johnny Jackhammer. A Bitcoin is mined. Every time a block is mined, a block reward is created, and it's given to the winner of whoever won that block. That's how Bitcoin comes from. Wish I could afford a Bitcoin miner. Yeah. I could hear my hair growing after a red line. Damn. Take it easy, bro. This stuff's crazy. All right. So on the coffee thing, so Lazarus said 1 cup wakes me up, 2 cups makes me shake, 3 cups I can vibrate through solid objects. Dude, I can't, man. I am like, my days are so jam-packed between my family, studio, everything else I do. Like I need the coffee, man. Let's see. Rocco said, just had an espresso and this is number 5. Rocco's a beast, man. Let me tell you guys something about Rocco. I'm not going to say his age because I don't know if he's okay with that. But dude is older than a lot of you watching. And this dude is grinding away at his age to build something from scratch. That's respectful, man. That's respectful. Logan C with a $5 super chat. Thank you, my friend. Said, thoughts on Vechain? Been holding for a while. As a good long-term holder, wasting my time and money. So Vechain, we did a deep dive on Vechain. Vechain is very intriguing. I think their biggest play is going to be supply chain, right? Supply chain tracking. I haven't followed Vechain closely over the last three to 6 months or so, but they are having their meetup event in Vegas. We are going to go. We're actively working on bringing someone from their project on our show. But, you know, look at risk versus reward, right? And here, let's just take a look at Vechain. Let's take a look at some Vechain. Let's go down the list. And I'm actually going to use my favorite for in-depth research on tokens. It's CryptoRank.io. Guys, do yourselves a favor. Start looking at CryptoRank.io. Extremely customizable. It's got all the info in there you need. And so let's take a look. Vechain. All right. 2 cents. 2 cents. I believe Vechain's all-time high was close to 20 cents or 30 cents. 28 cents. All right. 28 cents. All right. So let's take a look at these. So 72 billion circulating supply out of max 86. So 85% of the tokens are already on there, which is good. Not have to worry too much about token inflation. I am not familiar with their token unlock schedule. Maybe we can find that here. Obviously, we know liquidity is there for Vechain. And I'll look at the chart here in a second. But Vechain's been pumping, man. 46% in January, up 20% in February. Looks like it's going to close February in the green. But hasn't really had a massive quarter since Q1 of 2021, right? And so even when everything started to peak in October, right, which would be Q4, Vechain was down. And it was down pretty much all of last year with the exception of 1.14. But then again, everything was down. Actually, I believe Bitcoin had 4 red quarters in 2022. So Vechain outperformed Bitcoin in Q3 of last year. See if they have the tokenomics down here for Vechain. And of course, Vechain does have their the VThor token as well. So look, Vechain, when I take a look at Vechain, I'm like, all right, 2 cents. They've been around for a while. Good project, good team. They're actually solving an issue, right? A supply chain issue. And let me tell you how important blockchain is for supply chains, all right? Think about how much money Nike loses to counterfeit shoes, okay? People who think they're buying real Nikes on eBay, on Amazon, on these secondary market sales, and they're not. They're buying fakes. And so that takes money away from Nike and into the hands of these counterfeit people. If someone like Vechain comes in there and implements their supply chain infrastructure, whatever you want to call it, to Nike, and now every single time you want to buy a shoe from eBay, you want to buy a shoe from Amazon, it's got a little tag in it. And it traces it back from the Nike freaking factory, like a Carfax for shoes. You can guarantee this is real. I mean, if I go to Nike and I'm Vechain and I'm like, hey, what if I can there's about $1 billion a year that goes to counterfeit shoes. What if I could put half of that money back into Nike's pocket? What do you think Nike's going to say? Yeah. We want to know more. So, I have zero issue. I currently do not hold any Vechain, but I have zero issue holding it. I did hold Vechain a while ago. I sold it, took some profit, didn't get back into it. There was other projects that caught my attention. But guys, supply chain is you want to talk about like what's probably the biggest thing blockchain could fix? It's supply chain. Tracking from A to Z, right? Not being able to be manipulated, fraud, blah, blah, blah. Vechain, at the top of that list. Guys, I can't complain, actually. I was going to say 45 likes, 60 views. That's not bad. But we can do better. We can be at 100%. If you guys like the content, if you guys like this content, you want to continue having Monday night streams, put a 1 in the chat. Put a 1. Destroyer, bro, when are you going to come to our studio, man? You live right down. You live in our city, bro. Come on, man. Come on down to the studio, bro. We'll roll out the red carpet. Hang out on the couch. We'll spend some time together, my friend. Come on, bro. Come down to the studio. This is my personal invite for you, my friend. All right, let's go back to Glassnode. So I'm going to, once again, drop my face. So this was interesting, okay? This is Bitcoin old to young supply cost basis. So you have a few things happening here. In white, and I'm gonna segregate it here. This is Bitcoin price. This is Bitcoin's old supply realized price, young supply realized price, and the spot price below all realized price. And we're gonna hide this Bitcoin realized price here. We're gonna hide this. This is gonna make confusing. All right, so we want to take a look at 3 things. We want to take a look at the orange line, the blue line, and the purple shaded areas. All right. Now, what do these mean? Young supply realized price reflects an estimation of the average on-chain acquisition price of coins that were moved within the last 6 months. So young supply, right? So the average price of coins that were moved within the last 6 months. Old supply is the same, but coins that have not moved in the last 6 months. And the purple shaded areas are periods where the spot price falls below all cost basis models, which typically occurs in deep bear markets where the average investor, irrespective of time, is holding an unrealized loss. Okay. Now, here is something intriguing that I found. All right. And I did a little digging into this today. And I'm bringing it to you today. Take a sip of my coffee. So let's go back and look at here. 2013. The top, 360 or 28 bucks, right? The top of Bitcoin, 28 bucks. Cost basis for young supply was $367, or sorry, was $1,000. Sorry, Bitcoin's price was $1,000. Okay, not 28 bucks. The old supply was 28. That was a cost basis, and the young supply was 295. Okay, and look what happens when these two lines cross, right? When the young supply crosses below the old supply, we get a start of a bull market, right? When young supply crosses below or sorry, when the old supply crosses above, we are in a bear market. When young supply is over, we are in a bull market. Well, if we zoom in here, we take a look right here, right? And also, guys, remember, purple signifies bear market as well. We saw this back in 2022. And again, we've been in this until we finally came out. But we are getting ready to see the young supply cross above the old supply again, which, if history tells us, should signal the beginning of a bull market, right? So let's take a look here. This is back in 2018, all right? Bam, we see a cross above of the young supply to the old supply. Bitcoin goes from 7,800. Bitcoin goes from 7,800. This is right here. 2018, right here. Bitcoin goes from 7,800 and it goes all the way up to a 57K. If we take a look here, right? Take a look. We'll just take this entire thing, okay? So young supply crosses above. Bitcoin's price is $426. Stays above. We rally all the way up from $426 to 17K, 19.5, which is the top. And then as this thing starts winding down, you could see we see old age cross above, whether no matter how, how small. But once you see, the wider this gap gets, right? The wider the young supply average price gets to the old supply average price, the longer the market goes, right? The more room it's got to run. As they start to converge and cross, we're in a bear market. Well, you can see it's the same thing here, guys. Look, I mean, I'm just showing you guys examples. This is the top, 67K. Bam, as soon as the top happens, price starts going down. Bam, 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 bam. We make a cross. And if I just zoom in here, or actually, I lied. I'm not going to zoom in there. I'm going to zoom in from here so you guys can see. This thing is, it's starting to go up. Once we get that cross, we'll be in a bull market. Mark my words. We'll be in a bull market. All right, let's move on. So this was from Will Clemente. So this was pretty intriguing. This is in purple. You have Bitcoin supply, which was last active over 10 plus years ago, versus Bitcoin balance on exchanges. And now there are more Bitcoin, right? There's about 2.6 million Bitcoin that has not moved over the last 10 years versus 2.2 million Bitcoin on exchanges. What does that tell you guys? People believe in Bitcoin. They understand as we get more and more market cycles, you have more long-term holders. You have people that believe in it, people that understand it, people that maybe come back in and say, I'm not going to make the same mistake again. It's only going to get better as we grow. All right, I did mention we're going to take a look at Grayscale. So this is from coinglass.com. So these are Grayscale's holdings. Now, I wanted to take a look at the 7-day change and the 30-day change. And we covered news, and I'm going to, you know what? Whoops. Ooh, playing around. Okay. All right. I'm going to remove this so you guys can see all of it here. So over the last 30 days, Grayscale Bitcoin Trust has gone down almost 1,000 Bitcoin in its trust. So it's at 630,000 right now, worth about 14.8 billion. And the premium NAV rate is 45%. It did get as high as almost 70, close to 50%. Okay, 50%. We can see a massive dump off in Ethereum Classic. 22,000 tokens were dumped off over the last 30 days. Same thing with Decentraland Mana, XLM. Over 142,000 tokens were removed from the trust, and then Basic Attention Token. We knew this was happening. They told us this was happening. So just interesting to see. All right, let's take a look at. So this is a website I found, and I want to share with you guys. But first, let me. Let's do this first. Let me take a quick peek at the chat, see what you guys are talking about here. I don't want to feel left out of any conversation. All right. Coin Operated. What's up, man? Said, what's up, brother David? I was just watching Forrest. He's live right now. Awesome, man. Forrest, if you've been watching our show, you don't need me to tell you what I think about Forrest. I love Forrest. He's one of my favorites. He's a friend. Forrest is a friend, not only of the channel, but a friend of mine and of Robin. So we love Forrest. If you're not subscribed to Forrest, guys, go subscribe to Forrest. So Johnny Jackhammer, this is my first bear market I got in like summer 2020. Hey man, it's all good, baby. It's all good. Your first bear market, guess what? Bear markets end and bull markets come back. But you're doing the right thing, Johnny. You're doing the right thing. I can't tell you how many people that I got to invest in crypto, and they were so, oh my God, what's going on in Bitcoin? Price is up. It's at 30,000. It's at 50,000. It's at 60,000. What's going on? They tune into the shows. They watch this. Hey, did you see this interview? Did you see this? Oh my God, look at this news. And the bear market comes around. Not a damn sound. Nothing. Like, I get it if you're scared, man. I understand. I get it. But you're never going to learn and grow if when things go wrong, you just put shades on. You don't see anything. You delete your apps. You stop watching your shows that you used to watch. That is not how you become successful. That is not how you become a good trader, become an avid investor, understand the space. Like, this is the best time to learn. This is the best time to understand, right? If anything, bear markets are good, right? How many BS tokens did we see rise in prominence in the last bull market, in the bull market before that, and the one before that? I want to see who is here to stay long term. What project can I take 10 grand, 10 million, 100 million, $5, whatever the amount is? What project can I pick to put my money in and say, I'm not going to touch this for 10 years. I'm not going to touch this for 20 years. Because I know that this company is going to make it. Because when prices are down and people are scamming and everyone's leaving the space, this company is continuing to make partnerships. They're continuing to build. They're strengthening their network. That is the time. And so, yeah, does it suck, bro, when you open up your portfolio tracker and you see your shit's down 60, 70, 80, 90%? Yeah, man, I've been there. It sucks. But guess what, bro? It's going to come back. The only way you lose is if you sell, right? I'm not saying never take profits. You should definitely take profits. But just logically, if you were so excited to buy Bitcoin at 50K, why are you not excited to buy it at 20K? At 25K? That's like saying, man, I've been wanting these freaking Kobe Grinch, the Grinch edition basketball shoes. But they're $300, man. I really, really want them. They're so dope. They're great on the court, blah, blah, blah. And then all of a sudden, they made too many and they dropped the price to $150. Yeah, I don't know, man. I'm kind of scared. Like, what changed? What changed? Nothing on Bitcoin has changed. If anything, if any changes have been made, it's been for the positive. So what has changed? Nothing. It's just you got your ear to the wrong people, you got your ear to the wrong sources, and they're speaking out of ignorance. It's not even arrogance, it's ignorance. There's very few people who understand our space. There's very few people, right? Just now they're starting to put out college courses for blockchain. Just now. And we're 14 years into the technology. So they don't know. You watch CNN or CNBC or Fox News. There's not a single anchor person that comes on there unless they're from our space that can sit down with me or even you watching that watch shows, that understand, that learn. There's not a single one of those people that can sit down and hold a conversation with you, hold a conversation with me, and not know what the hell they're talking about. So yeah. See who else is in here. Who doesn't love low prices? I'm in neck deep into crypto. That's right, baby. I'm like eyebrow deep into crypto. I love you guys, man. Big Swole. My limit order on Algo hit this weekend. I was happy. Awesome, man. Guys, that's what I'm saying, man. You learn, you understand. Start finding the good projects and don't just think about, oh my God, like when is it going to 10x? When is it going to 50x? When is it going to 100x? Get that out of your mind. Get that out of your mind. Make solid investments in projects that you've done research on, that have staying power, that are continuing to build, right? Everything, guys, everything is on chain. Developer activity is on chain. Transactions is on chain. How many holders is on chain? Partnerships, everything is on chain. You can literally go look and see this company grew during a bear market. This company died. It's simple, but are you willing to put the time in? I don't know. All right, man. Feeling good today, man. If you guys feel good, put a one in the chat. I feel This coffee got me juiced up, baby. All right. Let's go over to token airdrops. All right. So, look at token airdrops. And this is the website is airdrops.io. Okay. So these are potential airdrops. And there's also retroactive airdrops, just in case you guys didn't know. The biggest one is Arbitrum. I haven't heard when that's going to happen. And guys, Forrest does write-ups on airdrops all the time. He did one on Optimism. I believe he's done one on Arbitrum. He's done one on a few ones, and you can only get access if you subscribe to Assisting Research. And the link to that description is in the YouTube and is in the video. The link is in the description of this video if you guys want to sign up. But one that was intriguing. That I'm like, well, I'm looking. All right, okay, confirmed. All right, Vela exchange. I look here. I'm like, oh shit. 1196 degrees. That's hot. That's hot. Then I read here. I'm like, okay. Vela Exchange is a decentralized exchange with advanced perpetual trading capabilities, community-focused incentives, and scalable infrastructure. Okay. Decentralized exchange, perpetuals. Okay, that intrigued me. I'm like, all right, okay. So going over here to CryptoRank.io, I take a look. I'm like, all right, let me take a look at the tokenomics. Oh, okay. 50 million tokens. That's pretty good. Pretty freaking good, right? That's the max. Total is 10 million. I don't look at total. I look at max, right? It's the maximum they can do. So realistically, you're looking at, what is that? 6.5? No, about 13%, right? Yeah, about 13% circulating supply. So, okay, not too good on the tokenomics, but there's only 6.5 million circulating. Then we got to dig a little deeper, take a look at the unlock schedule, which, by the way, I found unlock schedule. We'll go over that here in a second. So I take a look. I'm like, all right, this thing just came out. Let me take a look at what the price did when it came out. And so here we go. Price came in hot at $2.94. Typically with token launches, what you see is price spike up and then everyone dumps. Just dump down 70, 80, 90, 100%. This hasn't done that, right? This hasn't done that. If we take a look at the market, so it's got one centralized exchange listing. I'm not sure if Camelot is a centralized exchange. I don't think it is. But it's got, obviously it's on Arbitrum, so it's got Uniswap and Trader Joe because it also is on Avalanche as well. If we look at trading volume, 1 million on Camelot. Okay, I'm more curious what it's on Uniswap. Close to 1 million, right? Close to 1 million here on Uniswap. So decent. Not bad for a new token. Then I'm like, all right, let me read their white paper a little bit. Let me see what this thing's about. So Vela Exchange is a permissionless, self-custody driven perpetual exchange built with innovative blockchain architecture to ensure fast transactions, secure trading, and extensibility into additional synthetic options and derivatives. I'm digging it. I am digging it. So I can leverage trade perpetuals, trade futures, and self-custody. Bro, dope. All right. So then I go down here. I'm like, all right, table of contents. Where can I find some tokenomics? Bam. Page 11. Let's go to page 11. Let's take a look at their tokenomics here. All right. So they got staking rewards. So you receive a discount off trading fees if you stake their Vela token. Cool. This is essentially their rewards, right? Don't pay too much attention to this one. They got a buyback model. Okay. Rewards flow process as it loads. All right. Okay. All right. Don't really care about that. Okay. So incentive by staking their token and getting discount on fees. So if I am a whale trader and I can put up, just call it 100,000 tokens at $7. So if I can put up $750,000, and if my trades like CryptoFace, right? $2, $3, $4 million trades. I know a few people who do, $600,000, $700,000 trades. You get 30% off fees. Okay, I can see people using this exchange, especially if they're custodying their own crypto, right? With Bybit, you don't own the private keys. Bybit does. Same thing with BitGet. If they go down, the money in your trading account also goes down, right? Because you don't hold those private keys, they do. So if you're giving me an exchange that I can hold my own private keys, and I can trade and leverage trade and spot trade and derivatives and perpetuals, I'm intrigued, very intrigued. And this is the fee discount and how it works. Obviously, we just went over that. So, oh, here we go, tokenomics. All right, so let's take a look at how these tokens were dispersed, all right? So you have 35%, which is the vast majority, went to community incentives, assuming it is the staking rewards. 25% for growth fund, 3% to advisors, 5% to investors, team growth, blah, 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 blah. All right. Obviously, they didn't have an ICO. So looks like a vast majority, so 60% of their tokens, you can argue, well, okay, so you can argue 60%, call it 3%, 63, 68%, core team 78%. So about 78% of their tokens they control, which obviously if 99% of what their token is used for is to stake and get low fees, it makes sense, right? It totally makes sense. And it talks to you about here, kind of breaks everything down. And by the way, guys, this is www.vela.exchange, and you can just click on their white paper. You can get all this information yourself, look in depth. So this was kind of intriguing to me. And then I ran across this article as well. This is from bsc.news. Vela Exchange surpasses $1 billion in trading volume on Arbitrum. Guys, Arbitrum is crushing it. It is absolutely crushing it. $1.96 billion in total value locked on Arbitrum. That is insane. Guys, Cardano, just put it in perspective. And let's go here and we'll just take a look ourselves. Cardano, okay? Arbitrum has already got 208 protocols, 1.96 billion. Phantom, 281 protocols, 485 million. Solana, 256 million TVL. Algorand, 179 million TVL. Cardano, 113 million TVL. Like Arbitrum is just crushing it. They are beating out Polygon. They're beating out OP. Man, they are ways away from Binance Smart Chain, but dude, everything in the Arbitrum ecosystem seems like it is just absolutely taken off. And you can see here, okay, so Camelot is a DEX on Arbitrum. Okay, there we go. So that's where it gets the liquidity from. And you can see here, where did it go? Vela Exchange. TVL, guys, over the last 30 days, up 600 or 6,300%. 33 million in TVL. So Vela is something that I'm going to be taking a look at, and I believe it is still in beta. And if we take a look at their website, I believe it's in beta. Kind of has to be in beta, right? Launch app. Yeah, it's in beta. So you connect your account. I'm not going to connect my account here, but go play around with this, man. This is intriguing, right? Keep an open mind. Also, be very careful. You never know, anything can happen. Blah, blah, blah. So yeah, what do you guys think about Vela? Are you guys bullish on Vela Exchange? Is there something I missed? There's something I need to know? Yeah, Johnny said Arbitrum sounds like it's going to be a beast like OP. Yeah, man, that's what looks like. It's going to be a bigger beast than OP. Let me know. What do you guys think? What do you guys think of Vela? Do you guys know something I don't know? Haven't done a super deep dive, but you know, enough to be like, all right, this is definitely on my radar. All right, I'm just going to take a look at the chat. Why are so many people sleeping on the Flare network? I don't know, man. I haven't really dug too deep into Flare. Willie B. Long. Pulse Chain will be the world's largest airdrop. Okay. I don't have much comment on Hex. I personally don't hold any. I don't think I would ever hold any. I'm not a fan of the project. Doesn't mean I don't like Richard Hart. Doesn't mean I don't like the people that invest in it. Just me personally, my investing strategy, my risk appetite, I'm not ever probably going to hold Hex. So, but if you do and you've done your research, man, hey, more power to you. Yeah, Arbitrum greater than OP if they do tokenomics on the lock, right? I mean, if we go back, guys, if we go back here, this is DeFi Llama. If we go back here and take a look at Ethereum chain and take a look at Where'd it go? No, this isn't it. All right, let's go here. Let's go chains. Arbitrum. So Arbitrum is got 1.96 billion, and so it's got twice as much as Optimism. Doesn't even have a token yet. And so the Arbitrum token supposed to be doing an airdrop. Again, Forrest did a write-up. I read it. I'm not going to share with you guys because that is a paid subscription. I'm not going to do that to Forrest. I'm not going to do that to all the people that spend money on that. So if you want to learn for yourself, feel free, go to SistineResearch.ai or use the link in the description of this video. Redman said, I sacrificed all my hex and got nothing back. Apparently it's going to be coming. So, but I don't know. But again, I haven't dug deep into hex. It's just not for me. So if it's for you, cool. Not cool. It's 100% scam. Everyone's got their opinion, right? All right. Here we go. This Redman, by the way, thank you, bro. I don't think this is a website you showed in the that you put in the Discord today, but you inspired me, bro. I'm like, you know what? I think that's important. Finding out what tokens are going to be unlocked. So I went hunting and I found this website. Thought it was pretty cool. It is token.unlocks.app. Okay, and I'll make it bigger so you guys can see. All right. Oh, you can't see there. My bad. I thought I could make the screen bigger. Right here. Token.unlocks.app. All right. Go there. It is clean. It's a dope website. It lists all of them. You can do it by Launchpad. You can do it by project. Breaks it down to centralized exchanges, blockchain, DAOs, NFTs, metaverse, blah, 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 blah. And you can take a look here what their emission schedule is. So this is pretty interesting. So one that I caught my eye was Hedera, right? So currently, 49% of Hedera is still locked. So the max supply is 50 billion and only 26 billion is unlocked. So there's a big unlock coming up in about 20 hours. So we click here and it tells us everything we need to know, guys. 49% remains locked. It is going to be a cliff lock, and it tells you where did it go? Right here. Bam. It tells you how it's going to be unlocked. So, right? Allocation, vesting. No, where did it go? Hold on, give me 2 seconds, guys. It was here somewhere. Okay, here we go. All right, there we go. Bam. All right. So on February 28th, so in 20 hours, okay, which by the way, if you're an HBAR, if you're a Hedera fan, put a 1 in the chat. 6.28% of the supply is becoming unlocked. 4.5% of that is going to the ecosystem and open source development. 1.1% is going to purchase agreements, and 0.67% is going to network governance and operations. So will that create massive sell pressure for Hedera? 6.28% is pretty big, but ecosystem, open source development, not sure exactly what that means. If we take a look here, ecosystem open source development was only 24% of the allocation of their tokens. So it is pretty big, right? And 4.5% of that is coming unlocked. But does that mean it's all going to get dumped? I don't think so, but I could be wrong. Let's take a look at Hedera Hashgraph's chart. See if I can find it on here. Right here, bam. Hedera, this is from Bittrex, fine. Swap over here. What the freaking hell is that? Let's go 4 hour. Okay, I don't like Bittrex. Let's get rid of Bittrex. Let's get rid of Bittrex. Let's go to... Let's get rid of Bittrex. Let's go to Binance. All right, Binance. See what you got here. Yeah, no gaps. We don't want gaps. There's no need for gaps when this thing trades 24 hours. All right. So right off the rip, obviously, we're in a downtrend. If we throw our Ichimoku on, just to kind of see, yep, we're in a downtrend. Price is trading below the cloud. Cloud is red. Conversion line is above the, baseline, which is the red, is above the conversion line. That's another bearish signal. So Hedera is in a downtrend, but then again, everything's been in a downtrend. If we go to the daily, though, we are getting close. to support, guys. So support here would be anywhere between, let's just call it 6.7 cents to 6.85 cents. Okay. So if you're looking to enter Hedera, okay, this thing has been in a solid downtrend. And if I swap over to Heikin Ashi, we can see here, bodies are getting a little smaller. So it is losing some steam. RSI is down. Volume is starting to trend down. Is it going to touch this cloud? Probably. Right? Probably. If we throw in the Ichimoku, those are expanding. So if you are looking to get into Hedera, I would expect a nice bounce right off of this cloud here. Now, whether we get there or not, who knows, right? Who knows? But guess what, guys? Guess what else is right by this cloud? Massive volume. Massive volume here on the VWAP. Bam. Right here. This line right here. Right at 6.9 cents. If we go lower, we still have plenty of volume here as well, right? So Hedera, if I am looking to pick up Hedera long term, I'm going to be patient. I think it is going to touch the cloud, and we're going to be looking at from an entry price of 7 cents to an entry price of 6.6 cents. Now, is it that big of a gap? If you plan on holding Hedera for 5 years, is it going to matter? No. No. It's not. So if you want to buy it, go ahead and buy it. Not financial advice. If you're a swing trader or you're a scalper, you want to get the best possible entry, right? And if we swap over to the swap over to the 1 hour, we are still trending below the cloud, but we're seeing resistance right at 7.3 cents. And if we take a look, if we take the Ichimoku off and we throw on our short margin pressure level, and we take this local high, we put it right there. Beautiful confluence on the 20x short level. So we should see a bounce right at 70 cents. If we break below, right, the 15x short level is 6.9 cents. The 10x is 6.7 cents. And if we throw, if we go to the 4 hour and we throw the Ichimoku back on, oh no, that was on the daily. Bam, look at that. Look at that. Confluence twice, right? You have the 20x short level here, and then we have the the 6.9 level and the 6.5 level, 6.6 level. So again, if you are looking to buy Hedera, and hold long term, a couple half a pennies aren't going to make a difference, right? But if you're looking to swing trade and scalp trade, obviously every cent matters, especially if you are leverage trading. All right, guys. I am done with content. So I'll be more than happy to do some Q&A if you guys have Q&A for a few minutes. And then I'm going to sign off because my family is on their way home. So my son had soccer practice and yeah, they're on their way home. All right, let me take a look at the chat here, guys. Please, if you have any questions or comments or concerns, please feel free to share it in the comment section on the chat. Big Swole said, I like it. HBAR tokens coming out soon. Hopefully the price drops and my limit order hits. Fair enough. Web3 me said, Vela, decent perp on ARB. Mux Protocol, MCB, a perp 2 on ARB with more pairs and better tokenomics. Okay, I'll take a look at that. MCB. All right. So unlock should drop the price in theory. Not necessarily, right? Unless you're assuming that all the unlocked tokens are going to get dumped, right? I think it's different. It just depends. And we saw with Hedera, right? If we go back to Hedera, a majority of it, 4.5%, is ecosystem and open source development, right? So what exactly does that mean? I don't know, right? It doesn't say early investors. It doesn't say private funding. It doesn't say team, open source development, and ecosystem. So do I think these are all going to get dumped? No. I think Hedera is an extremely solid project. We've had Mance Harmon on our show. We're inviting him back on our show here soon. And so, no, like, do I think, it's going to get a lockdown? No. Is it possible? Yeah. But, who knows? Does HBAR go back to 4 cents? Maybe. Let's see. It's good to do DAG. DAG. More coins, negative price. David, are you bullish on Jasmine coin? Haven't really looked into it. I see that name brought up a lot not only in our chat, but other people's chat as well. Maybe I should look into Jasmy. I haven't looked into Jasmy, but maybe I will. What do you think of ACH? Dude, crypto adoption coming. So I had you know what? I didn't get to share it today on the live stream, but I had an article on ACH, man. Bam, right here. Let me, oh, come on, load. If it loads, I'll show it. So Alchemy, this thing is a straight up beast, bro. This thing's a straight up beast, and check out what they plan on doing. Let me, bam, here we go. Damn, I said I was going to be done, but screw it. Let's go, baby. Let's go. All right. So I was going to share this on the show today, but I didn't get a chance to. Alchemy launches a dApp builder for the next billion Web3 developers. Man, this is huge. This is from Decrypt. The goal of mass adoption is a common refrain for the blockchain industry, but there's a steep learning curve in onboarding the masses. Alchemy hopes its new Create Web3 dApp will help bring, more people into decentralized tech. Elon Halpern, the product manager at Alchemy, said, our overall mission and vision is to bring blockchain to Web3 or Web3 to 1 billion people. So they're essentially breaking down the barrier to entry for Web3. Launched in 2017, Alchemy is a blockchain software development company that builds applications across several chains, including ETH, Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, with plans for Solana coming in the future. This is what I'm saying, guys. People are still drawn to Solana. People are still integrating and trying to interoperate with Solana. So when we talked about it in the morning on the show today, yeah, it's gone down a few times, but people are still building on it. Developers are still there. Transactions are still happening. So if you're out here saying Solana's dead, I think you're misled. Does that mean Solana can't fizzle off? No. But that also doesn't mean it can't reach all-time highs and blow through that again. I personally don't hold any. I actually do hold a little bit of Solana. But it's not something I would invest a ton of money in. But it's something like if that thing got back down to $12, I would buy Solana. I would buy Solana at $12. I know a lot of people say VC coin, this, but guys, people are still integrating. People are still building on Solana. And shit, man, they're building on it. I'll buy it. We want people to contribute to it. She said, the idea here is you can build your own templates, components, and find features and things that you want. And they want to make developers' lives easier. This is it, guys. This is what we need. I'll swap over here. This is what we need, right? We need people like Alchemy, right? Like this, the person who talked in this article, Halpern, right? Elon Halpern. We need people like this, right? Because when you're in a new space, blockchain technology is new. Cryptography has been around for a while, but blockchain technology is new. So you don't have a pool of millions of developers and people who understand to choose from. So what so like Cardano or Vitalik, they know how to code smart contracts. They know that, but how many people know it like they do? Not very many, if any. So you need to break the barrier to entry down. If you want mass adoption at a fast pace, break down the barrier to entry. That's why Near gets a lot of love, because the programming language they're implementing, and I forget what it's called, but it's like super friendly. And I believe they're incorporating Java into it, which has the capabilities to onboard an extra 20 million people who know how to write code in Java. That's big, man. That's what we need, right? We're so new. We need people to make it easier for people to come into our space and build, right? We are at like level 2 and we have 150 stories to go. You need people to come in, make it easier to build layers and layers and layers and build the space up. All right. Let's see. Sol's top 5 in most metrics. Yeah, you're right, man. It is top 5 in most metrics. Crypto adoption coming. Thanks, brother. I've been loading up 355. Damn, bro. Crushing it, my dude. Solana, yeah, man. Like, all the Solana hate, like, I get it, dude. I get it. But when you're investing money, it's not about how you feel, right? And I made that mistake, right? And I made that mistake with XRP. When I first got into crypto, I was always asked about XRP. I was like, man, I'm never going to invest in XRP, man. The thing is boring, dude. It's like all it does is, banker coin and this and that. And that was me, right? Taking my personal feelings and making investment decisions based on that, which is wrong, right? And until I started shifting my mindset and actually taking a deeper look at XRP, I'm like, you know what? This thing is dope, man. This thing is dope. Tons of potential. It was a number 2 token in the entire ecosystem. It has like I believe it's been a lot longer for or actually ETH, XRP, and Bitcoin and Litecoin. You can argue are the 4 most like time-tested coins out there, right? And so this thing's got longevity on its side. It's got a big case coming up, which I believe they're going to win. It was in the number 2 spot, and it's got massive utility that banks want, that corporations want, that everyone wants. And so, what's up, bro? My boys are here. Zeus, be quiet. Shh. Sorry about the dog, guys. So don't make investment decisions, whether that's positive or negative, whether you're investing or not investing. Don't make them based off of your personal feelings, right? It's going to keep you from making money. All right. Just going to read a couple more things. And so Stan. ICP claims they can access Bitcoin without a bridge. Spoiler alert. In our next video, ICP will be highlighted. We'll talk about ICP. That will be probably coming out sometime this week. So stay tuned for that. Zeus the Anteater. No, Zeus the dog. The Anteater. It isn't about how you feel. That's why numbers matter. I invest in Sol because I use the tech and I think it's good in comparison because numbers. Yeah, man. Yeah. If I'm an investor, does it hurt me personally, my feelings when Solana goes down for 20 hours? Yeah, it does. But then I'm like, all right, let me rewind. Let me calm down. Let me calm my emotions down. Are developers still building? Are transactions still happening? Are wallets growing? Is adoption growing? Are others trying to interoperate with Solana? Yeah, they are. They are. It's just a matter of fact. It doesn't matter how you feel about it. It doesn't matter if you love Solana. It doesn't matter if you hate Solana. These things are happening, right? On chain. Everyone can see it. So, all right, guys. I'm going to head out of here. I love you guys. Thank you so much. If you are new here, you want to be on camera?
Yeah.
Not you. No, just go away. Yeah, you've been in my. So you guys met my 2 boys last week. This is my daughter. It's my daddy's princess. This is Ella. His name is Ella B. All right. We're gonna end this thing before it gets end. Okay, you can't. Okay, we're gonna end this thing before they see you. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure to come back tomorrow at 10:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time for our daily live show. I'm gonna go ahead and hang out with my family, guys. I love you. Until tomorrow. True. Thanks for confirming that, Thomas. I appreciate it. All right, guys. Okay, confirm it. All right. Love you guys. See you later. Peace.